This is Tommy Watt for TCT Boxing and IFL TV. I'm joined by Lucas Big Daddy Browne. We're here at the Star Casino watching the fights tonight. How you doing, mate?
Good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thanks, mate. Very well. Been a little while. What's been happening with yourself? I understand you've been ticking over in Perth.
Yeah, I don't do any pads or anything else with anyone else. I solely do all my pads and stuff like that with Rodney Williams over here in Sydney, here in Sydney. So I'm in camp at the moment. There's a few things in the works. People are getting sort of frustrated that I'm not announcing it, but at the moment I don't know who I'm fighting, so I can't announce anything if I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm in camp for a fight November or December, so that's a plus at least. And I'm very happy to be back here in Sydney, seeing the family, everyone else, but obviously seeing Whyte and really sort of fine-tuning all the little things.
Yeah, so it's been a long time. I understand you've been fairly frustrated. It must be nice to be close to finalising something.
For sure, mate. Yeah, the Greer fight was what it was. It was just a tick-over fight for me to get myself back into it, stuff like that. I want to get tested. I want to get move on in the rankings, get more belts, do whatever we want. So obviously the world title is the key. I've had interest from Dylan Whyte, from Huey Fury, and also the Parker camp. So yeah, massive year next year, regardless if none of that happens this year. So massive year next year, and looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of movement in the heavyweight division. Obviously, we just had Huey Fury and Joseph Parker. Assume you watched that one.
Yes,
what did you take away from watching that fight?
Without being too overcritical of everything, I wasn't impressed with Huey Fury at all. I didn't think he won it. People think that he won it somehow. I think he showed that he's very much a cat in the ring and just wants to run away. In saying that, Joseph Parker didn't really capitalise the way he should have in regards to closing off the ring and stuff like that. So he did make himself look a bit worse than he is, due to the fact he was chasing him all the time. So very messy fight. I didn't think it was quite world standard. But again, that's just my opinion, so take it or leave it.
Yeah, look, I think the fight wasn't, I say, a classic by any stretch of the imagination, and Parker hasn't looked fantastic in his last few fights. So
no.
For him, I think he needs to step that up and bring in a big opponent and look impressive. So for you, I've seen plenty written this week about a potential fight in Russia, and I think that popped up on BoxRec. Is that 100% confirmed yet, or is that just in the works?
Again, nothing confirmed. It's in the works. Sergey Kuzmin, 11-0 with 8 knockouts, and that's in Moscow, Russia. So that's the November fight, if it comes through. So nothing's signed yet. So again, I can't confirm anything. There's nothing signed. So there are a few other things in the works, a bit bigger than that. So that's obviously where we're heading. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
And say another news recently, Luis Ortiz with his issues just before the Wilder fight. Now obviously you've had your run-ins with these sort of things in the past, and that's not his first time being caught either. So what are your thoughts on Luis Ortiz? So there's been question marks, and Wilder did call him out on it. What are your thoughts?
He's been done twice for actual steroids as well. That's the difference. Mine was
anabolic steroids first.
Mine was a stitch up, and the second one was a pre-workout. So same as Dylan Whyte was on a pre-workout. You know? So I'm looking like a drug streak here twice when I really haven't done anything wrong. Someone like Ortiz and even Povetkin, get done for actual steroids, bodybuilding, muscle building, all that sort of stuff. So I think at some point it should be called out on all of it. How many times is too much as well. So I'm taking absolutely nothing in my system for the fact that I'm on 2 strikes for doing nothing. And I think third strikes should be over. So from his point of view, I think there should be something drastically done about it.
Yeah, and I think forgetting to put something down on paper when you've already been caught a couple of times is a fairly stupid move.
Yeah, I'm still involved with the WBC clean boxing program. They can rock up at my house at any time. It was a pre-workout last time that I bought from the shop. So no pre-workouts, no protein powders, no nothing, no anything, basically vitamins. I'm not taking some vitamin C's and multivitamins. That's it. So I'm clean as a whistle of any sort.
Just not taking any risk. And say another big fight in the heavyweight division over in the UK. We've got Haye and Bellew too. If Bellew looks impressive, or if Haye comes through and looks impressive, is that a winner of that fight something you'd entertain, or are you more focused on the belts right now?
To be honest, I'm focused on getting my name out there, getting money. That obviously, and generally that does mean belts. I don't think Bellew would ever fight me just for the fact that I would be too big for him, and I think he knows that. That's fine. He's a cruiserweight. Haye's got a little bit bigger balls and a little bit bigger mouth in that regard, so he probably would want to fight me. Again, no problems with that. As long as we get a good camp and the right money, why not? You know, I've got no problems with that. I'm 38. I just want to fight, get some money, and get some belts.
Yeah, and so there has been talk of some offers that have gone out to yourself for Dillian Whyte, and maybe even a phone call after, well, not after the Joshua pull-out, but certainly with Dillian Whyte. And I understand the thoughts from your camp was that was just too short notice for a fight of that magnitude.
Right. That's right. It's a big fight for me, regardless of if it's Dillian Whyte, and I can talk shit about him all day. But he is a decent fighter. There's nothing like he's not a shit fighter. You don't take someone lightly, especially in the heavyweight division. The other thing is this WBC silver title. That's massive. Like, so you don't take that lightly at all. So to have, I think it was 5 weeks prep, and then obviously still fly over the UK and all that sort of stuff as well. It wasn't enough for me, and the money wasn't enough at the time either. So I've got bigger things on at the moment, and Dillian Whyte can wait if he wants.
Yeah, and he's chasing that Wilder fight pretty heavily. If he was to ever get that, and it doesn't look like Wilder's keen for it, who would you pick in that fight?
Wilder all day. Yeah. I don't rate Dillian Whyte as a world champion. I rate him as a very good fighter, very good gatekeeper, much like Chisora was. So Chisora fought for a world title, but never did any good. I don't think Chisora was ever world standard. He was just underneath that, and I think that's where Whyte will end up as well.
And just finally, I was in Brisbane last week. Alex Leopold made his comeback fight and had some choice words for yourself afterwards. And I know you're obviously looking up, but there'd be some significant domestic interest in that fight. Is that on the radar?
Unfortunately, that's all there will be. It will just be domestic interest, and domestic interest doesn't accumulate too much money as well. So I'd probably look maybe 20, 30 grand for that fight, where I could go overseas and get 100. And get rankings and get towards a world title. So everyone in Australia would like to see it. That's great, and at some point it must happen. It might happen. I think Alex needs to get some more rankings behind him first. He can't just come out of like 3 losses or 4 losses it might have been, and then fight a dud and then want to fight me. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. You're just trying to piggyback off my success or my whatever you want to call it, and to cheaply come out and say drugs or no drugs, that just turned me right off. So I don't even want to talk about him anymore because he's not there.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, we'll let you get back. So enjoy the evening tonight. We'll catch up with you in the next week or so once something's 100% confirmed.
It should only be a week or so, and something will definitely be locked in. So 100% keep tuned.
Excellent. Speak to you then. Cheers, Lucas.
Cheers, mate.